That's right, my friends. Life is not for the squeamish. It is not for the squeamish. Nobody ever said life was going to be easy. It does its best to zap us of our strength and everything. It's almost as if by the end of the day, it's a game. By the end of the day, you want to make sure you have all your faculties still intact with what is going on in this world. You have to uh, fight through. One man said, life, you're not going to go through life on a bed of ease, that's for sure. So we really have to hold on to the best of us in day to day living. Fantastic allegory and story that was told in regards to the trees of the field. Now, listen to this Hebrew story. So, all of the trees of the field went out and decided we want a king. We want someone to rule over us as the trees of the field. So, the first thing that they did was they went to the olive tree and they said, be king over us, olive tree. And the olive tree responded and said, why should I leave what I give God and man to go and rule over the trees? And so they went on a search and they found another tree. So they went to the fig tree and they said, fig tree, you be our king. And the fig tree said, why would we leave our sweetness that brings joy to God and man to come and be king over the trees? So then the trees went on and they found the vine and they said, come be king over us. And the vine says, why would I leave my wine and my new wine that again brings joy to God and man to come and rule over the trees? And then finally, they go to a bramble, or basically a thorn bush. And they say, come be king over us. And the thorn bush says, I will. I will come and be your king. Now, let's stop for a minute. In all that life does, I want to look at these trees quickly. The first tree that they went to was the olive tree. And the olive tree said, I'm not going to leave what I do for God and man to come be king over you. So the first thing I would warn us is in life, the olive tree, which gives us olive oil, all throughout Hebrew history, the olive oil was used as a type of anointing or a touch. Take the olive oil and anoint someone as they pray for healing or anoint them to be ordained or anoint. It was basically a symbol of the touch of God or the universe's mark on you for whatever your purpose is. So you have to be careful in life, and I have to be careful with all that's going on that we don't lose our anointing and our purpose. You know, it's amazing if you're in some type of work to help people. People will be the first ones to make you lose your anointing or your purpose. Like Charlie Brown said, I want to do something great for humanity. The problem is I hate people. So, with all that's going on in the world today, don't lose your anointing. The olive tree said, I'm not going to leave to come be your king. The second tree is the fig tree. And the fig tree said, why would we leave our sweetness? You have to be careful. We have to be careful that in all that's going on, we don't lose, number two, our sweetness. You know, people are so angry. My wife ordered food from Bob Evans and went to go pick it up, and she showed up and she said, "I'm here for a pickup," and the woman behind the counter went, "Why? The food is right there. You don't even have to do anything. Just let her pick up the stuff." And people are just angry. I drive by, you pass people, you see everybody just angry because people are upset. 2020 was a horrendous year for many people. A lot of things are going on, but we have to be careful we don't lose our sweetness. Don't lose your sweetness. The third thing is they went to the vine, and the vine said, "I'm not going to stop giving up my wine to come be your king." So that's representative of joy. And you and I have got to find things to be happy about. We have to. We have to. You can look at 10 things that are wrong, but somewhere in your life there's something that makes you happy. You got to find that. You have to. Let me get to this last thing. So they end up going to the bramble, or basically the thorn bush. And the thorn bush says, "I will come be your king." Now here's the thorn bush's rule or caveat. The thorn bush says, "Come take shelter under the thorn bush. But if you decide not to, I will set the whole forest on fire and I'll burn it all down." Take shelter under the thorn bush. Have you ever seen a thorn bush? There ain't no shade under a thorn bush. But the thorn bush says, "Come under my shelter, but be careful, because if you make me angry, not only will I burn you up, I'll destroy myself in the process." You ever met somebody like that? They will run the risk of taking themselves down just so they can take you down. You may be having a great day and they're having a rotten day. So what do? They try to bring you down to have a rotten day so that you're on the same level with them. I'll destroy my own mood just so you can have a rotten mood too. We have to be careful that when we're in life that we can hold on to our anointing, to our touch from the universe, our touch from God. We have to be careful we hold on to our sweetness. We want to hold on to our joy. What we don't want to do is allow this world and this time to turn us into thorn bush people who cannot provide shade, cannot provide assistance, and run the risk at tearing everything down, even ourselves. My friends, fight against that. Do not turn into the thorn bush. It's hard for people to come around and hug a thorn bush because you're too prickly and you're too this and that and too moody. Hold on to your touch. Hold on to your sweetness. Hold on to your joy. And may God bless you. This is my prayer. Have a great week.